Peace, love, and light. Welcome back to the channel. I am Child of Oshun. Today's reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I pray that you are well, that you have your health, your inner peace, and that the universe has sent abundance and blessings into your life and will continue to do so, beloved Gemini. I want to shout out today subscriber John Wick. Thank you for being a faithful follower of the channel. I'm going to start shouting out all my subscribers in the videos. So thank you, John, for choosing to join me for your reading. This message is for Gemini, for my YouTube subscribers, for my Instagram followers, for those who need to hear the message, for those who will happen upon the video and the channel, for those who will contact me for personal readings and birth chart interpretation. Gemini, let's see what is happening for you. Keep in mind, though, time is relative. It's not real. So the message may resonate at any time in the present or the future. We're going to do Celtic Cross today with some ancestor cards, index cards, and the Kipper deck to clarify. If you hear any noise in the background, there is someone in my home who's playing Xbox right now. Okay. Queen of Swords. And the Five of Swords. Gemini, looks like you are giving someone the silent treatment. Could be as a form of punishment or as a way to manipulate a situation, kind of like game playing. Not giving the whole truth about certain things. There's something here that you're thinking about taking action on, but you're not moving forward with it. The Ten of Wands. You want to release some burden. It feels like you want to release the burden of having to feel obligated to talk to someone, or the burden of making a decision. It's like you're delaying making a decision. And this is about a partnership. Two of Cups reverse. Some of you are in a relationship, connection, and you are prolonging the breakup. You know that it has to happen, but something is preventing you from actually doing it. It's almost like maybe you don't want to hurt the person's feelings. It could be a situation where you don't feel the same way about this person, but you're not telling them that. You're not telling them that. Okay. But you know that eventually it's going to come to an end because you won't be putting forth energy into the connection. And so the connection will die because you're not speaking about it. But somebody here feels as if their emotions are not being reciprocated. And I think it's the other person who's not feeling that from you. Okay. High Priestess is here as well. Some of you are moving towards a more spiritual path. You want to make some changes. And in order to stay on that spiritual path, you know that you have to release burdens. You have to release people and habits and things. You got to leave that in the past. Okay. And we are almost in Gemini season. So you could be thinking about this because there's a birthday coming up, and you could be a milestone, and you feel like there's changes that you need to make as you're getting older. You need to be a little more mature. However, giving this person the silent treatment and not telling them the truth about how you feel is not really the mature way to go, right? But you could be doing that because you don't want to hurt the person's feelings. The Hermit. You could even be avoiding this person, like ducking them in a way. With the Hermit here, you don't want to run into them in the street. Okay. King of Pentacles. Some of you have been dealing with a partner who has money. They're very giving with their money. And this has kind of kept you in the relationship, but you know that that's not enough. Okay. No matter how much money they're spending, you still have not quite fallen in love with them. Okay. Hierophant is here as well. You could be dealing with a Virgo or a Taurus or a Cancer. If you're dealing with a Cancer, the Cancer behaves more like a feminine energy. Um, the King of Pentacles here. King of Pentacles here. If this is not the romantic partner, there's somebody in your environment who is very stable and secure. They make good money. They're very settled in their career. Some of you work in an educational setting. You might work in a school or a college or something like that. And um, you could be involved with a person that you work with in that environment. And it looks like you're afraid that people on the job will know that you two have been seeing each other. That's a very specific story, but that's what I'm seeing here. Uh-huh. The Queen of Cups. At the end of the day, you have a lot of love and care to give. Um, it almost feels like you're making a decision about who to give it to or where to put this energy. Okay. Awakening. This is Pisces energy, spiritual energy as well. A lot of you are moving forth on a enlightened path. You're studying something. You're reading up on things, mystical, spiritual things, even studying different religions and trying to find, what works for you. And you might be involved with someone who is not looking at, they're just not on that path with you, you know. You want this person to evolve and do better, and they're kind of set in their ways, especially if they are a Virgo or a Taurus, if they're an earth sign. Okay. There's a Ten of Wands again, and it's reversed. You want to leave behind anything that has kept you stagnant. And this includes beliefs and just energy that keeps you kind of stuck. Doesn't have to be the relation. Yeah, look at that. Transformation. This is Tower energy. It says realization and life change and liberation. So this also feels as if you may be, some of you are leaving the church or you're leaving some type of institution with the Hierophant here. You're leaving something that feels very structured. There's a lot of policy and regulation and something like that. And you want to be out of that. There's a sense of wanting some freedom here. You're having an Aquarian epiphany where you want some to be able to operate in free thinking. Do you get what I'm saying? You're tired of being indoctrinated by certain things. You want some freedom from that. Let's pull a kippa. So it looks like some of you are either leaving behind a partner, a romantic partner, a relationship, or you're leaving behind some type of institution, church, school, college. Mm-hmm. Thoughts? Still thinking about it? When's the right time? I don't know. You're going back and forth with it. Official person. You're either in a certain position, a certain level within this institution. Maybe you've been there for a long time, so you're not quite sure if you're ready to go. Some of you are, some of you might be in the military. Uh, but some of you, like I said, if you're dating somebody on your job, it looks like that person is in a high position at that job. You might have been, this might have been in secret, privileged lady. Again, um, if you were connected to somebody and you enjoy that they spend money on you, um, when you drop them, when you break up with them, then that money's going to be gone as well. Or like I said, if you're leaving school or college or something, it looks like there's money tied into that. You know, let's pull a ancestor card. Ancestor card is Protection Guardian. It says drop your shield. This card asks of you to trust in higher powers, trust in your spiritual team, in your guides, your angels to protect you. Here in the reverse, you still want to do that, but there's also a certain level of believing in yourself as well, like not just relying on um, outside things to help you make a decision. You know, you have to make a decision on your own. But it looks like you're thinking about it. You're really contemplating it. Okay, let's pull some index. Sometimes our ancestors, our spiritual guides, will kind of fall back to see how we're going to handle the situation. You know, and that's a good thing because it means that they trust that we are knowledgeable enough and mature enough to make the right decision without second guessing ourselves, right? Okay. Criminal reversed. Some of you might be connected to somebody who has a record, criminal record. You might be making a judgment because this person is older than you. Again, with this King of Pentacles here, they could be older and more settled. They're stuck in their ways. Inspiration. You're finding inspiration in something else. Maybe something new has been presented to you that you've never seen or thought about before. A different religion, a different culture, a different practice, which is now inspiring you to, you know, make some life changes. Look at that. I can't make it up. Decision. There's a decision here that you're not making. Gemini. Uncle. You might have some of you are dating someone who's older than you and they remind you of an uncle. Like you don't have a lot of attraction for them. That was specific. You need to do more meditation, more going inward in order to make these decisions. And energy vampire reverse. And for some of you, you are connected to someone who feeds off of your energy and they're not giving anything in return. That goes back to our Two of Cups reversed. All right, Gemini. So it looks like you need to make a decision here about what's best for you. That's my message for you. Don't forget to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe, and I will be back again for another reading for you very soon. Take care, stay well, stay blessed, Gemini. Peace.